You know what's there? Waiting. Beyond that beach. Immortality! Take it! It's yours!
Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into Troy, 2004, the epic war film starring Brad Pitt as Achilles. Let's break it all down. The story begins with Agamemnon, the powerful king of Mycenae, who has conquered every Greek kingdom except Thessaly. Rather than having armies clash, he suggests a duel between champions.
Boagrius!
The Thessalians bring forth their warrior Boagrius, while Agamemnon reluctantly calls upon Achilles. At first, Achilles has no desire to fight for Agamemnon, but Nestor convinces him, saying one battle could spare hundreds of lives. Achilles quickly kills Boagrius, and Agamemnon secures Thessaly under his rule. Meanwhile in Sparta, Agamemnon's brother Menelaus is hosting Trojan princes Hector and Paris. But Paris has secretly been having an affair with Menelaus's wife, Helen. Before the Trojans leave, Paris smuggles Helen onto their ship, determined to take her back to Troy. Hector wants to return her, but knows Paris would follow her regardless.
Where is she?
Oh, my king.
I swear by the fallen of the gods, I will gut you here if you don't tell me!
When Menelaus discovers Helen is gone, he demands his brother's help. Agamemnon sees the perfect excuse to launch war on Troy, the dominant city on the Asian coast, giving him control over Aegean trade routes. He orders all Greek kings to gather their forces, but Nestor reminds him that Troy has never been conquered. To succeed, they will need Achilles. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, travels to convince Achilles. There, he meets Patroclus, Achilles' young cousin and student. Achilles then seeks guidance from his mother, Thetis, who tells him he faces a choice: stay home and live a long, peaceful life that history will forget, or go to Troy and achieve eternal glory, though it will cost him his life. Achilles chooses glory, calls his Myrmidons, and sails for war with Patroclus at his side.
This is Helen.
Helen? Helen of Sparta?
Helen of Troy.
When Hector and Paris return to Troy, their father, King Priam, is furious at Paris but allows Helen to stay. Helen warns that Menelaus and Agamemnon will soon arrive, and Paris declares he will challenge Menelaus in single combat. The Greek fleet lands the next day. The Myrmidons storm Troy's beach and desecrate Apollo's temple. Achilles personally slays priests and captures Briseis, a temple servant and Priam's niece, claiming her as a prize. Agamemnon, jealous of Achilles, seizes Briseis for himself. Enraged, Achilles withdraws his men from the fighting.
There is another way.
Soon, Paris confronts Menelaus in front of both armies. Despite wielding the sacred sword of Troy, Paris proves inexperienced. Menelaus wounds him and nearly kills him, but Paris crawls to Hector, who refuses to abandon his brother. When Menelaus tries again to strike Paris, Hector kills him. Agamemnon declares the truce broken and orders an attack, but the Greeks are beaten back by Troy's defenses. Hector even kills the mighty Ajax during the clash. Achilles stays out of the battle, frustrating Patroclus. The Greeks fall back to their ships. Nestor and Odysseus pressure Agamemnon to reconcile with Achilles. In Troy, Priam's advisors push for a dawn attack on the weakened Greeks.
The gods favor our cause. Now is the time to destroy the Greek army.
Hector disagrees, noting that the Myrmidons have not fought, meaning the Greek army is divided. Priam overrules him and orders the assault. At sunrise, Trojan archers set fire to the Greek camp and send burning projectiles rolling downhill. Chaos erupts and the Trojans charge. In the battle, Hector slays Achilles, only to unmask him and discover it was Patroclus wearing his cousin's armor. Hector kills him mercifully, and Odysseus negotiates a truce.
I didn't lead them, my lord. We thought you did.
When Achilles learns of Patroclus' death, he is consumed by grief and rage. The next morning, Hector prepares to face his fate, despite Andromache's pleas. He even shows her a secret escape tunnel for Troy's civilians if the city falls.
That boy's just saved this war for us.
Meanwhile, Achilles vows vengeance and marches alone to the gates of Troy.
Hector!
Hector says goodbye to his family and goes out to meet him. The two warriors duel fiercely, but Hector is eventually exhausted. Achilles strikes him down, ties his body to his chariot, and drags it back to the Greek camp as Troy mourns. That night, King Priam sneaks into Achilles' tent, kneels before him, and begs for Hector's body. Touched by the old king's grief, Achilles returns the corpse and grants a 12-day truce for Hector's funeral. He even lets Briseis go free, admitting Priam is a better king than Agamemnon. But Agamemnon rages against the truce, swearing he'd rather see every Greek dead than abandon his ambition. Odysseus then conceives the infamous plan of the Trojan horse.
Fighting for you has been my life's honor, my lord.
The Myrmidons sail home, leaving Achilles behind. Despite Paris urging them to destroy it, the Trojans accept the giant wooden horse as a gift. That night, Greek soldiers hidden inside open the gates, and the Greek army floods into Troy. The city burns.
Let it burn! Let Troy burn!
Statues fall, treasure is looted, and Priam is murdered by Agamemnon, who sneers that the Greeks have no honor. Meanwhile, Andromache leads Helen and refugees through the escape tunnel, and Paris entrusts the sword of Troy to Aeneas, telling him to protect their people. In the palace, Agamemnon tries to enslave Briseis, but she kills him with a hidden dagger. Achilles finds her moments later and saves her from the guards. Then Paris arrives, and despite Briseis' protests, shoots Achilles with arrows. Mortally wounded, Achilles dies in Briseis' arms after one last kiss. Briseis leaves Troy with Paris as the city burns behind them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more epic breakdowns.